We will fight. We do every day. Welcome to the Matrixxx Groove Hour. It is, Monday, November 4th, 2019, and I'm happy to report to you that Seattle is still there. And with that, I want to bring my partner in justice, Shady Grooove. Shady.
Matrixxx, I just verified. Seattle is still there.
It's still there, everybody. So thank God. And thank God we didn't report on that. Oh my gosh, guys. You know, we have to be careful. Yes, disinfo is necessary, but you know, we gotta make sure we can confirm stuff. If something happened, then I would be reporting on it. Does that make sense?
Well, the back channels are filled with conjecture and speculation right now all over the web. I think that all of our friendly clowns out there are making up as much stuff as they possibly can right now, shoving it down every pipeline of information that they can find.
Here, we'll make them look like this. Maybe we'll talk about that, right? You know, it's very interesting.
Yes, right.
We just have to be careful,
guys. Don't think about the coup.
Yeah, no coup. Don't worry that China's bigger enemy than Russia, and don't worry that the Federal Reserve is a bigger enemy than China.
Yeah, don't think about that.
That's a good quote, Shady.
Just consider your Federal Reserve as part of your country, and everything is fine.
Right. It's good. It's good. This was an awesome video. I had to upload it to YouTube. I couldn't get the whole thing on YouTube because Twitter just, keeps you from, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. But this is awesome, and obviously it's a flag, and I wanted to just play that because it was really cool. I went and looked at some Q flag posts, and obviously we're talking about our flag, and it's time we the people reclaim what is rightfully ours. Those are Q quotes from Q posts. But you notice that this flag started out on one side, right? And it kind of flipped around to the other side, and then it went peaceful.
At the end. So look, YouTube. There. So there it is. It's kind of like, and then it ties itself around the flag. It relegars itself to the flag. It's almost like bound and tied to the flagpole. Look at that. And it breaks itself free from being tied. Because religion, don't think of religion today, but it means to bind and to stop forward progress. And it was wrapped around a pole. You would wrap your horse around the pole with the rope to relegar your horse, right? Mm-hmm. So very interesting, guys. So we did have some new Q, and Shady, I was very suspect at first, and I think we all need to trust but verify. And absolutely,
Shady and I were talking this week, and it's like, I don't know if they're real. I don't know. Let's keep looking. And I think Shady and I kind of came. What did we say? We needed some proof. Like we needed something, right? And I think,
and none of us, just so people out there know, logging on to the actual boards to see the post there on the boards is a little bit difficult unless you're downloading some other software right now. So the verification process isn't as easy as it once was.
Yep, and I've had some issues.
Make sure that the post is there.
Right. I've had some issues. And before we get into
you have had issues with that software,
yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh. I've not tried it yet. I'm not 100% sure, but okay. So you're going to do a little test run for us. So how's the experiment?
Well, I had to redo my bootstrap because I guess the the low-key software screwed up, and I still don't have it running correctly. I was able to get in and view, but I couldn't do much more than that.
So you were able to actually see the new boards and see images and see posts and stuff rolling, or were you just seeing like...
It wasn't really rolling because I think a lot of people are having the same problem. So it's not like, you know, when Q posts that you got a new board in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Because everyone's like, hey, Q!
Right. Yeah. Regardless of that, we were able to prove that those posts did appear on the boards, and they did come across with Q's trip code, and they did connect to all the aggregator sites. So for what I can see, these are legitimate Q posts, and then we ended up with a marker in the post that we'll go over here in a few minutes. So very interesting, guys. Q is looking like he's back, and here we go.
So here's how we logically thought through it, right? So Q has had a trip code, okay? And the trip code is the trip code. It's Q's trip code. It's secure, right? A trip code means that it's kind of like a password, you know? And you know, Shady's like, well, the only way to really verify, and this is a good thought too, is that, you know, maybe he can like just start his own new board with a new trip code. I'm like, well, that's a good thought, but what if he needed to use the old trip code before he changed the trip code so we could know that it's him, you see? So we've got some thought process going on. We're just trying to think logically. Also,
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but for some other people to understand, maybe if they weren't following this whole time, Q has used his Patriot Fight board to show us the new trip code that starts the new, you know, because we've moved through a few trip codes. This has not been consistent since 2018, early 2018. We have moved through a few, and he's done this a couple of times. But like Matrixxx is explaining, it's it would be almost impossible, in our opinions, for someone to have hacked that code and to be able to put it up like that and for it to come through. Especially with the boards just coming back up on that day. Right.
And here's like from 11/25/17 test 4chan infiltrated. So this is the Q move over to 8chan, right? Mm-hmm. Here's testing 1 2 3.
A lot of this was
sec test.
Like we think that this was Q proving that he couldn't be secure on 4, and so 8 was a more secure, that, you know, they had too many tools to use against him on 4chan.
Right. And 8chan did have the available, you know, to do the trip code. That's how they kind of solved it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that would be only Q could use it. And then they were saying that somebody, you know, broke his trip code, but he actually just gave it to us. There's been a lot of, you know,
that was the MAGA coalition reporting.
Yeah, well, and it was Pamphlet that got in apparently.
The early one, right?
Yeah,
right.
That one. Thing. But you know, I even posted. There's like a certain number of posts, but I think he wanted to run up the number of Patriot Fight board on purpose. So that explains Q74.
With the engine, right?
Yep, because there was something that he wanted to say on Q74 to make the Q74 engine. I mean, this is all theory, right? But Q did confirm Q74 was Q post 74 on Patriots Fight. So I'm just showing you the tests here. So let's go into it. This is my thread on all Q posts for Saturday, 11/2/2019. The post did have Q's trip code, and I will post them here. 8kun.net is up, and these appeared on the board. Rigged for red and more. Let's go. All right, so that's it. Right, and also if you go to qmap.pub, as my QPost aggregator is not has been broken, but I use it for a lot of the searches for past QPosts. But look at this, it did make it on all the aggregators. Okay, so these are your QPosts. Okay, I use qmap.pub and others just to double check. Always, and also it came through on some of the apps, guys. So wow. All right, so this is Q 3571. It's BAS test /2. So apparently he's just testing, Q team testing, just to make sure that he could post and the Q and the trip code worked, right? Mm-hmm. Then we've got this. Apparently he might be doing some sort of configuration testing for his comms and a DoD route as well. Maybe using a specific port on a DoD router. I don't know. I mean, that's just
possibly connecting the. Do you think this could possibly be connecting multiple devices to the network?
Yes, because they would come through the router probably to this,
something like that,
on a secure VPN kind of thing, right?
Almost like a communications out to people in the field. I don't know.
And so Shady's saying that we have a Q post that says, what does it say, Shady? It says 10 people know the full plan, 3 non-military. Right. Now, that doesn't mean that there's hundreds of people behind Q, but these are 10 people that know the full plan. If you know anything about governmental stuff, for example, my friend worked in like a cyber task unit for the government, and he would be working on code, but he would only be working on this little piece of code, like just a little piece. And somebody else would work on another piece of the code. Nobody really knew exactly what the full code was to do, if that kind of makes any sense.
And we did get a little bit of a clue this weekend. We didn't discuss this morning, but if in QPost 244 is one of the ones that kind of references what you're talking about. The less than 10 can confirm me.
Okay. Yep. Let me go with that.
And so we had the I wasn't quite ready to present this, but I think I can get it here pretty quick. We had the fight the other night with the president showing up at the UFC fight, right?
Yep, and I've got that video of Dana talking about that.
Okay, right. So afterwards, Carly posted a tweet with him with one of the winners and the belt, and the belt had the number 244 and 500 on it.
Wow.
And it's interesting because this turned out to be the post 244. Less than 10 can confirm me. Do it Q coincidence. Twitter retweet coincidence. Twitter keywords coincidence. Pics coincidence. Meant only for you. God bless Q.
Oh, 244. Wait. Yeah, which ones do we need?
244
and 500.
And 500.
There we go. So here's oh my gosh, look at.
And I'm trying to get over to Carly's right now through my mess here on the desktop.
So QPost 244 says less than 10 can confirm me. Do it Q coincidence. Now that was Do it Q was a file name on a president tweet, right?
Yeah, I think it might have been a tweet, or was it a picture?
It was a picture. The file name of the picture was Do It Q.
Right. Yep.
And Twitter retweet.
Was it the one where he was drawing the Q between the thumbs on the plane?
Yeah, all the people. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right.
Yes.
Right.
And
gotcha.
Let me see.
That is a long time ago now, brother.
It really was. I mean this operation. Wow. It's 2 years old now, friend. It's 2 years old. So
I still remember parts of it.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and find it for you. We'll just go here. All right. File name. Do it Q. I can't go there. Hang on 1 second, guys.
Hey, Carly, you tweet a lot.
She tweets a lot.
She's hammering them.
She's
love it.
On the digital battlefield every day, folks.
Oh my gosh, she's like a rock and roll tweet queen.
All right, so this is 1 billion coincidence. Enjoy the show tonight. This is, since Twitter assigns names to image files, what are the odds that this file name would begin with Do It Q? All right, so here is the picture. Right? You connect the thumbs. What do you get? As Shady mentioned, you get a Q. So if you take a look at the file name of the Twitter appointed JPEG image, it's DOITQ. Look at that. And it ends with a Q. Pretty interesting. So that's where the Do It Q came up. So let's go back to our posts here. Twitter retweet coincidence, Twitter keywords coincidence, pics coincidence, meant only for you. God bless Q. And then 500 is talking about DEFCON 1, 41020, Fire and Fury 9. We went over this over our California dig, dude, and it is non-nuclear.
Yes, just the other day.
And it is non-nuclear. Interdasting.
I couldn't find the tweet. I'm sending you this on Discord.
We don't have Discord. We don't have it. All right, so let's see what we got. There it is. Oh my gosh, 244 and 500. Look at that. Amazing, Shady. Amazing.
So this was from the fight the other night, and then and also, Brian Stelter decided to put together a piece on his reliable sources this weekend about all of the Twitter mistakes that President Trump makes.
I love it, and we're going to go over that in a second. Right?
How convenient that this morning you're going to be talking about other stuff relevant to that.
How convenient. And let's go ahead and take a look. Since we're talking about this right now, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to watch Dana White, okay? Let's check this out. This is very powerful, guys. Hang on. Let me just get it set up here, and I'm going to bring it over to you guys. There's Dana White there, and now here's his video.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dana White. I am the president of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Thank you. I'm sure most of you are wondering,
I don't know if he likes Donald. Does he like Donald?
I am not a politician. I am a fight promoter. But I was blown away and honored to be invited here tonight. And I wanted to show up and tell you about my friend, Donald Trump. The Donald Trump that I know.
The real Donald Trump.
In 2001, my partners and I bought the UFC, and it was basically considered a blood sport. State Athletic Commission didn't support us. Arenas around the world refused to host our events. Nobody took us seriously. Nobody.
Except
Donald Trump.
Boom.
Donald was the first guy that recognized the potential that we saw in the UFC and encouraged us to build our business. He hosted our first 2 events at his venue. He dealt with us personally. He got in the trenches with us, and he made a deal that worked for everyone. On top of that, he showed up for the fight on Saturday night and sat in the front row. Yeah, he's that guy. He shows up. Donald championed the UFC before it was popular, before it grew into a successful business, and I will always be grateful, so grateful to him for standing with with us in those early days. So tonight, I stand with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Let me tell you 3 things that I respect about this man. First, Donald has great business instincts. He supports businesses of all sizes. He'll make it possible for them to grow and succeed, which is the backbone of a strong economy. Second, Donald is a hard worker. This guy's gonna get up there, he's gonna roll up his sleeves. He will work with people, and he will put in the time to get things done. Third, for over 15 years, Donald Trump has been a loyal and supportive friend.
Wow. Wow. So that is what we're talking about with the real Donald Trump.
The person who shows up.
The person that you don't hear about. The person that has actually needed a ride and somebody helped them get to New York City from Jersey, and they woke up the next day and their house was paid off.
Yeah.
This is the real Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. He didn't ask for that. He didn't want thanks. He just did it.
And he worked with Giuliani to rebuild the inner city in New York.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. And I mean,
I lived there during the Giuliani years. Yeah, it was cleaned up. It was totally cleaned up.
It was a far cry from what I thought it was going to be before I made my first.
Now it's in Democrat hands again. It's a shithole.
Now it looks like it did whenever people were
shithole. Let's say it, Shady. It's a shithole.
It's a shithole.
All right. And I love New York City. At least the way I remember it.
And LA aren't much different now.
Shitholes. All right, so let's go back to these Q posts, guys. That was a good little thing.
That was an impeachable offense whenever the president said shithole.
That's impeachable. We're impeachable right now, apparently.
They literally took a vote on that. You know, that was one of the 4 votes, was that they were going to impeach him because he said shithole.
Impeach 45. Impeach 45. Impeach 45. All right. So
I'm drunk on impeachment.
Drunk on impeachment.
My impeachment vodka. I mean, wait.
Right. So we're going through these Q posts. We talked about some of the security configurations. Okay. Test 1 here. Okay. Q trip code. That is Q's trip code, folks. This is the test 1. Testing for DoD routing. Now we get into this. This is our flag, guys. Okay. This is the flag that we just showed you. And let's, that's goes to the YouTube. There it is. Okay. And there's comments there. It's time we the people claim what's rightfully ours. Welcome back, Q. See that? People are saying, hey. Welcome back, Q. All right. Interesting.
I would like to report that I am seeing an unusual number of American flags outside people's homes.
Flags out, America.
Lots of people are very excited that someone stands up and says, America first.
America first. It's simple. I don't care what party you belong to. I mean,
I don't care what.
Don't most regular people take all this crap and mind washing and brainwashing and forget who everything is? Doesn't it just make
both
sense?
Parties and still have America?
Doesn't it make sense that jobs in our country are important? I mean, please.
Yes.
So we've outsourced hundreds, maybe 100,000 factories since 9/11. to China. And we think that's good?
Yeah.
There you are. Okay. Yeah, I mean, guys, it's not rocket science. Jobs equal economic growth.
It's at least that. We're down to 20% of manufacturing.
Yeah, hang on one second. Yeah, internet connection is unstable because we're recording our show, Shady. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is the big one. Waiting for Shady. I'm going to just kind of read this for you real quick. This is Rig for Red, is what Q says, and drops 2 Twitter accounts. Say When LA and 3 days, 3 nights. Shady, you there? Are you back with us? All right. So this is where Shady and I were like, oh my gosh, maybe this is the proof we were looking for. And let me show you what we mean. This is 3 days and 3 nights Twitter. In fact, I've communicated with 3 days, 3 nights. Pretty amazing. 8kun live today. 93 days dark since Q post 3570 was the last time Q posted. August 1st, 7:54 p.m. through November 1st, 7:54 p.m. until November 2nd, 7:53 p.m. Exactly 93 days dark.
That is pretty incredible, right?
Yeah, that's really incredible. And there's Comey in the N-Rock field.
Comey in the corn.
N-Rock. And 93 days dark. I like N-Rock. I'm just very N-Rock-esque. All right, Q, let us know.
Oh yeah, well I think that we need to start an apparel line.
Right. Corn are ready for to be cut. All right, so this is it. This is it, guys. That's what kind of. Thank you, 3 days, 3 nights for that. This is kind of what made me go, Shady. That's what we were looking for right there. Something Q-esque that only Anons would understand. And I wasn't able to get it because I wasn't on the boards, but 3 days, 3 nights, I think nailed it. Then we've got this from Wyatt at Say When LA from Q. This is also the second Q link to Twitter. Veteran mob prosecutor John Durham was not appointed by AG Barr. Durham served as interim U.S. attorney since October 28th, 2017.
That's a very interesting day.
After Sessions appointed him. Coincidentally, the same day Q began posting, Shady. President Trump nominated Durham as U.S. attorney on November 1st, 2017. Beep me. It's happening.
It is happening.
Think
about this. We didn't even hear about Durham until what? March or so this past year.
Right. Interesting. So
pretty incredible.
That is it. Game on, dude. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Love it. So very interesting. Rig for Red is actually an older term that most submarines use. That's interesting. Let's go look at that. Rig for Red. Thank you. See, we got great people underneath the Twitter threads, and we will check you guys out. So the term rig for red is actually an older term. Since most submarines today use broad blue lighting for night operations, many spaces on older boats still have red lighting. Rig for red is normally a command used in the control room. It's normally used when the boat is going to be surfacing or coming to periscope depth. At night, Shady. The purpose is to give them lookouts and the officer designated to head to the bridge upon surfacing a chance for their eyes to adjust to the darkness or the OOD, the same thing before looking through the periscope. However, with the change to blue, oftentimes red glasses are also used to provide the same effect, and the control is changed when the command is given to surface or come to the surface, guys. Wow. Or periscope depth. Wow. So during battle stations at night, many spaces are rigged for red in order to simulate night conditions while submerged underwater during normal operations. The only real reference to the time of day is the meal being served. Since most boats operate on an 18-hour rotation, not a 24 rotation, 6 hours on watch, 12 off, the red dark conditions are more so people can sleep rather than simulate light. Very interesting though, Shady. Rigged for red. What do you think of that?
Yeah, and it's also connected to the
So Q is surfacing. October. So Q is surfacing too.
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Like the lights are coming on rig red, coming to the surface again to be in the light.
Right. Exactly. So Q is back. He has surfaced.
And the rig for red is a command given to surface or come to periscope depth. Interesting. Very well done. Wow, Chavato. Thank you. That was awesome. Awesome. So very cool, huh? All right, so those are the Q posts that we had, folks. Pretty interesting. I think the next thing, Shady, we might want to go through is let me go to we don't have Discord, and go to this one right here. Let's cover this tweet right here, Shady.
I like this tweet.
This is the tweet. Why don't you go ahead and read it, my friend? This is the Federal Reserve one. Yeah.
People are very disappointed in Jay Powell and the Federal Reserve. The Fed has called it wrong from the beginning. Too fast, too slow. They even tightened in the beginning. Others are running circles around them and laughing all the way to the bank. Dollar and rates are hurting. Oh, where did you go?
Oh, I'm sorry. Dollar. I need to go like this for you, Shady. My bad.
You're good. Sorry. I was reading off of you, not mine. Sorry.
Gotcha. No problem. And our manufacturers?
Our manufacturers, we should have lower interest rates than Germany, Japan, and all others. We are now by far the biggest and strongest country. But the Fed puts us at a competitive disadvantage. China is not our problem.
Wait. Read this again.
China is not our problem. The Federal Reserve is. We will win anyway.
We'll win.
We the people, the very first of the tweet, the people problem is not China, but the Federal Reserve.
So who's been talking about the Federal Reserve, Russia, or China, not Russia, and who's been talking about the Federal Reserve, Shady?
All of us crazy Q people.
All of us Q people, or just you and me Q people, and maybe X22?
Well, we've been focusing on it, but there's not very many people that have understanding.
No, there's not.
Reserve is not
in fact, zero.
Government. Yeah.
In fact, they just attack me so this information doesn't get out.
Exactly.
Okay. Trust the plan, guys. This is all about antitrust and the Federal Reserve. If the Federal Reserve is the problem, the Federal Reserve owns everything. That's antitrust, folks.
That would mean the Federal Reserve controlled China, right?
That they are China.
That's kind of like 1 + 1 is 2.
They're moving their operations to China, folks. Do you trust them?
And the president is using it as a tug of war, trying to pull them back.
Right.
He's trying to get them out of it because the Fed controls China. So the Fed and China are getting ready to be able to have each other.
Right. Where does the money come from? And who's the head of the Federal Reserve? What companies are the Federal Reserve?
The
Chicago
Paysor Trust.
Yeah, the Chicago railroad companies from the Paysors. The more you know. Ding, ding, ding. All right, so very interesting stuff. Yesterday, I had a really nice day. This was it. Take time for yourself, guys. It was 77 degrees right there, Shady. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. Take time for you guys. You gotta. We will reclaim what's rightfully ours. Now, this was funny. I feel, I'm watching this going, really? Is all I said. Let's look at this. Look, I'm voting for this guy because he can't even frickin' tell you which direction it is. Look at.
I learned something early on from my family and my mom and dad. They said, Joey, nobody is better than you, but everyone
project
is
in the
your
back
equal.
Of the room.
Everyone is your equal.
He's looking everybody in the eyes right now.
He's talking to the screen behind him.
Look at him. They're like, I'm holding this sign up, and the guy can't even frickin' go the right way.
It's like somebody in the audience is like, should we cheer or should we maybe go turn him around?
And then apparently C-SPAN keeps cutting away from him to help him out. It's time to expose. Oh, they're exposing themselves, guys. I think it's just a big play, a big act. I think it's ridiculous, dude. Really? This guy.
When have you seen the leading president? We saw President Bush in China. Remember whenever he's in China, he tried to go through the fake doors?
Yeah.
That was pretty embarrassing. And then we had a guy throw a shoe at the president one time. That was kind of embarrassing. But the guy wants to be president. He's talking to the screen behind the stage, bro.
And I got a reminder for all you guys.
All right, we have a little reminder.
The President of the United States.
The U.S. President is Donald Trump.
Yeah,
boy. Thug life.
It's real. It's a real thing, guys.
We woke up again and it's still happening.
This is the duly elected President of the United States, folks. I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
All right, this is a meme that Shady had here. Traitor, a person who betrays another, a cause, or any trust. 2, a person who commits treason by betraying his or her country. Q.
Treason.
Yep. Good meme, dude.
I like it. There's so many of the Mockingbird media that do not believe in treason.
This tweet got some good response. Every time you steal a meme, and Anon gets their wings. So guys, get over there, drop your memes in there. Let's share our memes between one another.
We're fighting. What was the banker's name in that movie? It's a perfect example of the beginning of the Federal Reserve in that movie. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh my gosh, Potter.
Potter. That's it. Potter Town.
Potter. Yeah. Their movie house. I love. Remember, I can't do it. I got to work. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to get it for Christmas,
Slow
guys.
down.
I will get that for Christmas. I am working on another one, Shady.
I know you're getting better.
I'm trying to get to California.
We're trying to knock the edges off Arnold.
California's on fire.
California's getting no more assistance.
We'll figure it out. Let me see. Coast Guard. I thought that was interesting because, interesting. So this is a new blog post by Paul Saran. Go ahead and get that if you haven't seen it yet. Very, very good. This was interesting too. Check this out.
That when you go to sleep, would you agree that you are asleep when you are asleep? And when you wake up, would you agree that you are awake when you are awake?
Yeah.
Would you agree that those are 2 different states? People who don't believe are walking dead. They are asleep. And this is the awakening.
The Great Awakening, guys. Are you asleep or awake? And this is my, hey, I wasn't sure yet, okay, post. Right. Also, this is very interesting. Iran on Saturday unveiled a new anti-American mural on the walls of the former U.S. embassy as Tehran. They're going to celebrate their 40th anniversary of craphood. And it was a very disturbing picture.
It's the 40th anniversary of taking the hostages.
Yeah. I've never gotten over the fact that Obama was able to send $1.7 billion in cash to Iran, and nobody in Congress, the FBI, or Justice has called for an investigation. Reread crumbs, folks. There are 67 Iran posts.
We're sitting on cargo planes.
So we give them $1.7 billion. They hate us?
On cargo planes.
And they hate us. Cash.
It was cash. Like cargo planes.
Also, check this out. Joseph Flynn has a really good tweet. Look at it. This song, Digital Soldiers, is a smash hit by our great friend and patriot, J.T. Wild. It's an anthem for this movement of American voices speaking out American values. We are the news now. Thank you, J.T. Let's check it out. Look at who do you retweet? Oh my gosh, I recognize this guy. We got a new album coming out with J.T. Wild. Get over to his Twitter, follow him. Get over to his YouTube. This is a sample of one of the new songs on J.T. Wild's new album coming soon for you.
This was irregular warfare at its finest. We have an army of digital soldiers.
So this song just absolutely rocks, Shady. And get over there. Get over to JT's YouTube. Get over to his Twitter.
JT Wild.
Yep. This is hopefully coming out on 11/11, folks. I want to buy it. I'm telling you, there's going to be not just this song. There's going to be other songs and a new Where We Go One, We Go All, even newer. So there's the original, a newer one, and even a newer one, Shady. And don't forget to get over to MikeFlynnDefenseFund.org. Okay? Support our general. So I thought that was a really good tweet, guys. Get that out there. JT's coming. Thank you, Joe, for retweeting that. Amazing, amazing patriot. And that pisses people off, Shady, when that happens. They don't like when Joe Flynn retweets me. But he's a friend. He's a friend of the movement. He's a friend of mine. All right, and he's got an amazing brother, by the way, Shady.
Also,
there's a little bit of updates with that. Matrixxx, they did cancel that hearing, and I think Mr. Sullivan, the judge in Flynn's case, is very, very disappointed in the prosecution, and I think we're going to be seeing something really soon on that front.
Wow. And don't forget, guys, we are now on Facebook. And that's actually been going pretty good, Shady. We've got over 500 people now. Yes. We're starting to see some interaction where people are starting to share stuff. Please share it. It's time to Red Pill. I'm calling it Operation Red Pill Facebook, guys. And it's live, so get on over there. Facebook.com/The Matrixxx with 3 X's, Grooove with 3 O's, Hour. All right, get over there. Okay, so this was cool. This was November 2nd. Interestingly enough, Shady, the New York Times, by retweeting suspect accounts, seemingly without regard for their identities or motives, President Trump has lent credibility to white nationalists and anti-Muslim bigots and obscure QAnon adherents.
What? Whoa! Get me out of there! Wait! What?
Yeah.
they put us in there?
Yeah.
With white nationalists and anti-Muslim bigots?
Yep.
Really, that's an interesting set of groups there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's true.
Well, I mean, the New York Times said it.
New York Times said it, so it must be true.
Look, adherents.
Look, white nationalists. There are no white nationalists in the QAnon movement, even though they tried to make some guy that didn't even get Q things right on his. They wrote it on his palm, and it was wrong. He was a white nationalist that killed a mafia guy. Anti-Muslim bigots. Well, I'm not anti-Muslim, but I'm pro-Constitution, and if that gets in the way with their beliefs of bringing our Constitution to them, then I have a problem with that. It has nothing to do with
nationalist, the opposite of globalist.
Yes.
Are you white?
No. I'm green. You've seen me. I'm the Matrixxx. I'm green.
Yeah, okay.
No, but this is absolutely
just a broad generalization.
This is just
comment the white nationalist.
This is ridiculous.
It's just like if you take things literally. I mean, they want you to take things literally and not be funny.
Oh, right. So if you're white and you are pro our country, you're a white nationalist, right?
Correct.
Because
there's quite
America
a few
first means
in that basket.
Yeah, America first means America first, not the white nationalists that were. I was thinking like supremacists. You know what I mean? Like Sikh Heil guys or whatever.
Well, that's what they're trying to infer.
Right. Like like if you saw a skinhead,
globalism.
If you saw a skinhead, Jeffrey, would you have lunch with him?
There's like 12 of those in the world.
I know. And I was attacked on that too. Remember that?
On this planet.
Remember when we were attacked? If I was gonna sit down with a white supremacist,
I'll never forget.
Of course I would. I'll sit down with anybody and talk to him about truth, man. Now, this is my response to the paper, and I'm gonna play it for you in a bigger area. Let's see, where is it? I think I have it here. Ready? This is what our paper will look like, Shady.
pursuing an illegal, invalid, and unconstitutional bullshit impeachment.
Panic turns to pain, Shady. These guys are going down. And guys, it's amazing
Panic
what we're
turns to
witnessing.
pain.
FISA D-Class is coming and they can't stop it, folks. All of those are 3 great videos all in a row for you guys. And that paints a pretty good picture.
Paints a real good picture, doesn't it? Pretty clear picture.
Pretty darn clear.
Pretty
darn clear. And you know what? Wait, that's a boom, guys. Those booms. Ready? 1, 2, 3, boom. You can't see it. I wish you could see it. I should share my
I know,
whole
that's
screen for
okay.
you.
I know what's there.
All right, so it's a boom. And all of this stuff is a boom. And Q posting yesterday, you think that's a boom, guys? Press 17 if you think that was a boom, guys.
Boom.
Welcome back, Q.
Welcome back.
All right, and then, Zach also, let's do that right now. Where is that? Shady, did you drop that in Chord of Dis? The Covfefe?
You had it prepped up, remember? On your thing.
I think I might have.
It's on the YouTube one right there.
It's gone. I don't have it anymore. Sometimes stuff moves or I accidentally close stuff. But anyways, can you find that quickly or no?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is American flag. I even lost the hang on. So we're going to
I sent you a little video with Jesse Waters. You might want to play there.
All right, hang on. So I wanted to show you, we had that Google whistleblower, Zach, on the show, and it was, what was it, 107? Yeah.
You got the link
right
already, or you want the link?
I need the link. So basically it's this. It's the Covfefe. I'm sorry, Shady. I had it prepped, but I screwed up.
You're good.
All right, so basically it's this. This is about Donald Trump's Covfefe tweet. Remember, despite the constant negative press, Covfefe. And this is Zach Voorhees, the Google whistleblower.
You mean that means not coverage?
Right. Where are you dropping it? Not Discord. Okay, you dropped it in.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
here. I'm coming
No,
here
you
with
dropped it in Zoom. All right, so here it is.
No, here
it is.
Yep.
Great, but how do you know it was a mistweet? Maybe something with deep meaning, Covfefe Twitter. So this is Mitch.
Blue check mark in chief.
Yeah. And who is he? Real estate, housing, economic, retail, jobs, market.
Click on
living
click
off
on
slush funds from the deep state, Mitch Rochelle.
Click on him.
I don't want to.
No, like on the tweet with the president's
I
response.
still don't want to. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's watch it. Covfefe. Of course, volume.
Horse named Covfefe.
Winner.
Pretty horse.
Number 1.
It's like 8. It's 1.
If it was 17, I really would have fell off my chair.
It won't be long.
All right, so that's that. That's the Covfefe guy. All right, so let's go to this. Okay, go ahead. Set it up, Shady.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about the idea that the guy's making fun of the president for mistweeting all weekend, and it's just very interesting what we are talking about here. Deeper meaning.
Right, deeper meaning, and let's listen to this.
That I was like, okay, it can no longer be silent. Was this Covfefe event, and
now Zach Voorhees is a Google whistleblower. He worked at Google, folks.
So let's go
saw
back
from behind the curtain.
To May 2017. Trump goes to Saudi Arabia. He returns. He makes his tweet, despite the constant negative press. Covfefe. Well, a bunch of people on the internet figured out what Covfefe meant, and The reason why was because there's like an old like antediluvian term, kafefe, which meant like we will stand up to the fallen. But then there was also one that was that occurred because of translate.google.com, and that translation was, we will stand up. And so, if you decode this whole tweet with the Google Translate, what you'll get is, despite the constant negative press, we will stand up. The internet went wild. So the New York Times created a article on June 1st, the next day, and what they say here is, the internet is full of confident people who do not know what they are talking about. The latest example, a conviction spreading in right-leaning social media communities that a garbled tweet by the president, he wrote kafefe, was not a late-night typo, but was instead Mr. Trump sending a message to the world in Arabic. And this article goes on saying that actually it's nonsense. The person that found it's an expert in
nonsense
in Arabic says that it's not a word. This is just nonsense.
Yeah.
So what did Google do?
Yeah.
Google created a design document the very same day, and they used this New York Times article in order to justify taking out the definition of the word kafefe. Okay?
Wow. Removing
and the team responsible for censoring this word called themselves the Derrida team.
This is
now,
huge.
I don't know if you're aware of a philosopher by the name of Jacques Derrida, but he advocated for the destruction of Western civilization through the manipulation of language. He was also the father of postmodernism. Real shining individual.
Wow, that's very telling. Wow, Zach. So what do you think?
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing.
And then, on June 7th,
and that's how they're weaponizing
this
us against each other.
So they're deleting our stuff. And I am so honored to have you here. Sorry, they are they're lying to us, Shady. They're just changing
they're
stuff.
racing history behind us, and it's very similar to what's going on the internet with videos that are 6 months old, and all of a sudden they have 5,000 less views and 500-600 less likes. Like they're eliminating as we get further away from the past. They're taking away information.
Yep. Absolutely. And the world is watching. This is a Trump quote. While we are creating jobs and killing terrorists, the Democrat Party has gone completely insane. And they really have, Shady. I talked to some people that are my friends. They're Democrats. They have voted Democrat all their life. And the quote that I remember that stands out the most is, the Democrat Party has left me.
Yeah. And
they're actually considering Trump. So I got them to consider. Let's see if we can bring them through the knothole, folks.
Parscale put out some of the numbers from the rally in Mississippi, and I think he said they interacted with 14,000 voters, and that 27% were Democrats.
Wow.
And that's consistent at these rallies. 20% of the people had only voted one time in the last 4 elections.
And Beto got a new tattoo. Got a Trump tattoo. He quit like a dog. All right, so let's look at this. Shady, how about all of those meme things that are, even my friends on Facebook are actually posting these things. And it's like, this, that, and the other thing, and Epstein didn't kill himself. Right? Have you seen those? Have you seen those memes?
Yeah. Yeah, have you seen did you see the one I retweeted last night from Carly? That was a great one.
Here we go. Ready?
I'll send this one to you too.
Okay, let's watch this while we're doing that. Okay?
Who's to your left there, and I'm sure he.
Let me do it on the bigger screen here. I can't get over there. It's not allowing me to.
Well, who would have thought it?
All right, let's watch it.
Out on the next mission, and he can't wait. So thank you, and thank Nero for your service. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. If I could I throw a PSA out real quick?
Real quick.
Just the remarkable nature of these dogs and them being highlighted in the news creates a huge demand by people that frankly shouldn't have them. If you see the coverage and you decide I want one of these dogs, either buy a finished trained, fully trained and finished dog from a professional, or just don't get one at all. And Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right. Okay. Thank you for that commentary. All right, Mike, maybe more on that later.
Oh my God, that was perfect. Love it.
Interview that guy.
I love it. I love that guy. That guy is my hero. All right, let's go to show this right here. This is it. This is starting to decorate for Christmas. Epstein didn't kill himself. Oh my God. Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh my God. I love it.
I want some truth for Christmas.
Wow. Look at that.
Isn't that hilarious?
I love it. I love it. I mean, you just can't. That is amazing, guys. I want every one of those stockings. I want to hang that up. We need to hang that up, guys. That's so funny. Oh my God. So you just can't make this stuff up. And all these memes, even my buddies on Facebook are tweeting these memes, about, oh, did you know that this, that, and the other thing? And Epstein didn't kill himself. It is so awesome.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
This is Saved Angel. This is a picture from Saved Angel who is at the
Live?
Tupelo rally.
Look how close she was.
Look at that.
Wow.
Amazing.
I think there's a rally tonight, right?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
Yeah. We have Kentucky tonight.
Okay, that's right, we do. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Look at that.
Kentucky is where Fort Knox is.
Hammer time.
Federal Reserve Station, Fort Knox. Kentucky.
And remember, there was a president that wanted to audit the Fort Knox. Who was that?
Yeah, they shot him.
Oh,
too.
they shot. Well, Shady. I just wanted to find out where the gold was.
Ronnie?
Well, we got the Brady Bill.
Was that Bush from close range?
I did not inhale. Oh, well, okay. So this is what I wanted to cover too, Shady. So this is the MAGA rally on November 1st. Shady, take it away.
Beautiful evening at MAGA rally with great American patriots, loyal citizens like you helped build this country, and together we are taking back this country, returning power to you, the American people. Get out and vote GOP. 1 year delta from a Q post 35 Matrixxx DJT 41020. That gematria stuff,
Wow. There's no DJT.
11-1 to 11-1, and now it was just 11-1-19.
Yeah.
And then we had that beautiful rally on Mississippi, and the president just kept telling us how great we were and how we were getting the power back. It's
to the people.
Very compelling to the people, and that the people should be in control, and that the people are the ones that are being manipulated and abused because they're attacking the vote.
Right.
They are literally. Listen, we're less than a year away from an election. They have an election cycle. What does this make any sense to impeach someone during an election cycle whenever I can vote in a year?
Impeach 45.
I can vote in a year, Maxine.
Impeach 45.
I can vote in a year.
What if we get all the dead people off the rolls?
Well, that would definitely. Those people are going to vote anyway. So they always vote. Matter of fact, there's some places there's more dead people vote than live people.
So
that's that's American politics, bro.
So I got in a fight with
that called gerrymandering
with my stepbrother, and he says, POTUS isn't the duly elected president. Well, I beg to differ. He is, but California begins to remove 5 million inactive voters on its rolls, guys.
Only 5 million? What happens if we
remove did he really win this state, folks? Did he?
Oh yeah, he definitely won this state. Take away the illegal aliens that voted, and absolutely
right. 1.5 million who were removed died or become ineligible to cast a ballot. 1.5 million dead.
They all voted.
They did.
Every one of those 5 million voted, dude.
They did. And it was November 2016 is when they registered, guys. So you just can't make this crap up. I mean, I'm so tired of it, man. I'm so tired of the lies. I'm so tired of fighting with people that, don't want to just vote. I don't want to argue with you on who to vote for. I want to like you as a friend, as a person, and let's talk. Let's do whatever you want to do. But everybody is getting in the way of each other. Families are getting divided, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Here's the California vote breakdown. Now, 5 million people were dead. What does this look like that voted?
Right.
Did you see that link there?
Yeah.
That'll show us how California broke down in 2016.
Let me get it right now. Let me get
8.7 million for Hillary and 4.5 million for the president. So 5 million dead people and 3 million illegal people voted for Hillary, then we won by like 5 million.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you look at the maps, it's all Democrat big city that are sanctuaries.
And if you also look at it, it's also the people like Schiff and Waters and Feinstein and Harris
Impeach
that
45.
are all controlling your government right now. They're holding our government hostage. It's like it's like they're in the bank and they've already, the police have surrounded the bank and they're all in there.
They're
right?
in there. Yeah, and they want to take your guns.
They can't come out or we're going to shoot them. They can't dig a hole. They can't go out the roof. So right now they're stuck in the bank. And law enforcement and Barr and Durham and Huber and POTUS and all you guys got the bank surrounded. Fort Knox, I think, might be in there too. We're going to have to audit that thing. So they're all holed up in Fort Knox. The president's going to Kentucky. That's the news.
It's amazing. This is genius.
I love this.
This is brilliant, dude. Trolling is fun at Don Trump Jr. and Kimberly, who's amazing, and I met both of them. I'm very happy. A witch and a hunter. Witch hunt.
Now,
brilliant.
Is that a witch hunter or is that Hunter Biden's son?
Well, he could be now he's become the hunted. Hunter has become the hunted.
Hunter is the hunted.
So they're hunting the witch and they're hunting Biden.
Yeah.
I saw the ridiculousness
they're so
too.
busy
On these, on these things, and they're like, yeah, well, if Trump did something wrong, we need to. How about Biden is all over the news that he did something wrong, guys? So we are going to see equal justice and transparency, dude. We are going to see this flip. How do you get evidence into the public forum?
Organically.
How about maybe with this stupid impeachment crap?
Yep. Well, man, listen. Did Lindsey Graham post the last election? Did Lindsey Graham promise you hearings?
Yeah.
He promised me hearings on this stuff that Schiff is doing. He promised me hearings on this stuff about Mueller. He promised us hearings on this stuff about how the Russia thing started. And now over the weekend, he says he's going to pass the baton to Grassley.
Well, he's got to. You know why?
No.
You know why, right?
Well, I know why, but I'm just pointing out to other people to help other people show other people why. Because Graham / no name / dogs and tunnels / Syria / not good.
Right. I'm gonna show you guys something too that I found that you're gonna be pretty interested in, and it's gonna take a second. But let's go over this tweet right here, Shady. This is Biden. Ready?
Make sure that we rejoin the Paris Peace Accord on day one, and I'm going to announce within the first 100 days, those 173 nations are going to come and meet in Washington, D.C. to up the ante.
What do you think of that? So remember about the Paris Accord, guys? Remember that?
Uh-huh.
What does Q say? There, JD.
U.S. taxpayers are paying for it all. Paris Accord scam trillions. Red Cross scam billions. Foreign aid scam trillions. War scam trillions. On and on and on.
Right. Right.
War is a racket.
It is.
We were 15 years ago.
Guys. And this is what's happening.
15 years ago, we didn't have people coming around. I mean, the whole thing. And in all fairness,
thank you for being patient, and thank you for
we went after Iraq. They did not knock down the World Trade Center. Okay,
hold
on.
on.
It wasn't the Iraqis that knocked down the world.
Okay, so we're gonna cruise over to this video right here. I think you guys can see it. Okay, ready? Let's just start it over again.
15 years ago, we didn't have people coming around. I mean, the whole thing. And in all fairness, we went after Iraq. They did not knock down the World Trade Center, okay? It wasn't the Iraqis that knocked down the World Trade Center. We went after Iraq. We decimated the country. Iran's taken over, okay. But it wasn't the Iraqis. You will find out who really knocked down the World Trade Center because they have papers in there that are very secret. You may find it's the Saudis, okay? But you will find out. But it wasn't Iraq. So you say, but when I look at a guy like Lindsey Graham, then I hear his theory on the war, you'll be in there forever. You'll be in there, and you'll end up starting World War III with a guy like that, too. We don't want World War III over Syria. Okay, we don't want World. Do we agree with that? We don't want World War. But I watched him on Fox today. I have never seen a guy that I don't think I've ever seen a guy so totally out of control. They mentioned my name. He went literally crazy this morning. So he got out.
What do you think of that?
I think it says a lot.
I think it really shows you why we saw him coming out looking like he was going to cry.
And I think it tells us why we're not getting investigations too.
And we've got Al Baghdadi, right, with John McCain sitting right next to him. Mm-hmm.
And Lindsey Graham going over there on some of those trips as well.
Right, and if you notice on McCain's lapel pin, I'm not going to blow these pictures up. I'm just going to show them to you real quick. But that's Baghdadi. That's Al Baghdadi, guys.
The guy who just died in the tunnel with 3 kids who he dragged to the end of the tunnel and blew up.
Yep.
Hanging with the
No Name
days of No Name.
Yep. So, guys, this is real. The war is real. It's real, guys.
The information war is very, very real, everyone. This is not a joke, and life comes at you fast. I know that everybody's been begging and begging for more happenings and stuff, but to me, I don't know.
Happenings.
I'm not sure how we could squeeze other stuff in and still be consuming it. Everything's coming out in a way to where it can be consumed.
Yeah.
We have to be able to see the information. If you put out 5,000 things on one day, nobody's going to see any of it.
No, they're not. They're not.
I mean, everybody's very narrow-minded. Not narrow-minded in their thought forms, but narrow-minded in their exposure to alternative theories about things that the media seems. I mean, the media says stuff with such authority, it freaks people out. Like whenever Hollywood and people and the stuff on the news. I mean, they fawn over royalty. They fawn over all of these celebrities. It's all like, oh, there's football teams and players and all this garbage that means nothing at all to do with your gold and your guns.
That's right.
And your freedom of speech, which are the 3 things I feel are most important.
That's right. And I think we need to be reminded every now and again. And Q has posted this video several times over. Ready?
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The Washington establishment.
All right, so this is very important to see. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but if you need a little pick-me-up, watch that. Watch
Absolutely.
it. Watch it, okay?
Absolutely.
We are the news now, guys. You are the news.
Q is back.
Q is back, and we had some really good things. I had a really good interview with Upfront and the Prophetic that really paints a good picture of everything, with the PACER, the Trust the Plan, the Corn, NROC, NRO, all that kind of stuff. It's, obviously it's, something that people aren't doing, right? We're not painting a full picture. I really think that interview, I didn't get attacked during this interview, Shady. It's kind of amazing.
That's good.
Yeah. And he looks like hell. This is Mickey Rourke. That was crazy. Also, I want to remind you guys, you are here. Whistleblower traps and jobs. Interesting, right, Shady?
Very interesting.
That's where we're at right now. And I'm just kind of looking at this. Whistleblower traps and jobs. Look at, wow, blowout jobs number. Okay. ISIS has a new leader, and we know exactly who he is, says our president. We are the news now. That's it.
Here's a little tweet where I define hypocrisy for people.
All right, let's do that. Let's get over to Shady Groove's tweet here. And wow,
they seem to like this little meme.
All right, let's do it. Are you awake?
It shows you the impeach meme on top of all the Pelosi, Romney, Biden, and Kerry kids who are the real quid pro quos.
Right, and this
we're going to impeach them.
Impeach, not good enough. Impeach, not good enough. Impeach.
That's right. But this is the truth underlying the impeachment.
And look, we are the silent majority no more, guys. It's time to get loud. It's time to be loud. It's time to be heard, folks. And with that, Shady,
agree.
I think we're going to get out of this thing.
I'm jumping first.
We got
Much
booms?
love, everyone.
We
What
got
a great
booms.
show.
We got booms. We serve boom sandwiches, guys. Boom sandwiches.
24/7.
24/7. And Shady, thank you for today. Amazing weekend. I had a chance to take a little R&R, if you will. And I really needed that too, to just take time for yourself, folks. Don't forget. And with that, we are out of here. Shady Groove with 3 O's, knocking out some amazing memes. Thank you, Shady. In the Matrixx at 3x's.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. In the Matrixx at 3x's.com. We're winning, folks. You're winning. Time to be loud. Time to be proud. And time to be heard. Peace.